Hello besties, remember when I told you that you're not wearing enough makeup? Yeah, I'm back to double down. I got so many comments about how this is way too much makeup and they could never wear this because their skin couldn't breathe, yada yada yada. So I'm back to show you how to layer, because in my first video I showed you how much product you should be using, but today I'm going to talk through the layering technique because it is the hill that I will die on. It is necessary for longevity. So let's get into it. Before any makeup goes on my face, I have already prepped my skin. If you want to see a video on skin prep, all you have to do is type in my name and skin prep in the search bar, and a video will pop up with all my skin prep recommendations. Today, I'm going in with a drugstore foundation. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is the L'Oreal True Match. This is the shade C2.5. I'm taking 3 pumps of this, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, and I'm going to start pressing this into my skin. I know this is more than what you normally wear. I know this is not your everyday makeup look. This is meant to last for hours, and I do a lot of bridal makeup, so this is really handy for girls that are going to be wearing their full face of makeup for 12, 14 hours sometimes. Okay, so our entire first layer of makeup is going to be all cream or liquid product, wet product, if you will. I'm going to go in now with concealer. This is the Hourglass Concealer in the shade Silk. And I'm going to, again, be pretty generous with how much product I'm putting on. You did notice that I avoided my under eye area with foundation, and that's strategic because the under eyes tend to have more texture than the rest of our face. So I like to only use concealer there and not layer up too much product, so I don't go in with foundation under my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with a sponge to blend this out. You can also use a brush, use whatever your preference is. Now that we're looking like a clown, we're gonna go in with cream contour, cream bronzer. I'm gonna take this one from Milani. This is the Cheek Kiss in the shade Spilling Tea, and I'm gonna use a dense buffing brush. This is from BK Beauty. This is the 106. I'm gonna pick the product up from the compact and I'm gonna place it directly onto my skin, and I'm going to kind of like do a little rough outline of where I want it. The whole concept of the layering technique is that you're applying layers, light layers of product on your face, so that as the day goes on and your makeup starts to wear down, you've got multiple layers of the same like product in essence, so that it doesn't wear down as fast. I think underpainting is beautiful, however, it is not made for longevity. It is not a technique that is meant to last for long periods of time. What I'm doing is a technique that makeup artists have used for a long time, way before me, and it works. This is what makes the makeup last. Everything is placed exactly where we want it. We're going to go ahead and start blending, and I've already started kind of doing this along the way while I'm placing it, because I'm just doing this kind of like pressing, stippling motion. Keep in mind, this is only our first layer. I know some of you guys are like cringing at the amount of makeup that I'm putting on right now, but I'll tell you what, it'll last through anything and everything. I've had brides literally jump into the lake, jump into a pool, their makeup doesn't budge. The next product is blush. I'm going to go in with this liquid blush from Armani. This is the Luminous Silk liquid blush. This is the shade 62. I think it's mauve something, delicate mauve maybe, I'm not quite sure, but I am gonna again be a little heavy-handed with that, and then I'm gonna blend that out with a brush as well. This one from BK Beauty is one of my favorites. This is the A507, and I'm just tapping once again to blend. I don't want to disrupt anything that's underneath this, because we are working in layers. We have to be kind of delicate with our touch so that we're not displacing any of the makeup underneath. Our next step is to set with loose powder. I'm taking Peach Pie from Huda, and I'm going to put this again on a powder puff, tap off the excess on the edge of the container, and we're going to press this into the under eyes. Leave a little residual powder to bake, just like I did last time. I'm trying to use all different products this time just to show you that the technique doesn't really rely on the product, it's just the technique. We're putting this everywhere that we did concealer. I know I look a little bit crazy, but remember, you gotta trust the process when you're working with me, girl. So basically, for every cream product that we put on the face, we're gonna apply a powder product on top, just so that it's locked in all day, doesn't budge, stays on whether it's raining or we're crying, sweating. Okay, the face is set with powder. I'm going to leave this as it is. I'm going to go do my eyes and brows, and I'll be right back for us to do our final layer of powder product. I'm back. I'm obsessed with these lashes. I know you guys are going to ask about them. They're from Lily Lashes, and they're the style Desirable, and they are my absolute favorites, and I need to order like 17 more pair because they're my favorite, and I'm blowing through them. Okay, we're going to take our powder puff. There's nothing on it. I didn't pick up any additional product. I am just pressing this powder in that we had baking under the eyes. I'm just letting it absorb. I'm pushing it in. Now we're starting to like reinforce all of our cream product with powder product. This is the Ciate bronzer in the shade South Beach, and I'm using a BK Beauty 104. We're just tapping the bronzer over the top of where we did our cream. Again, a second layer so that as the day goes on and our makeup is wearing, it's got to go through a couple different layers before it wears off, if that makes sense. I think for my blush today, I'm going to do this one from Too Faced because it's so cute and I haven't used it in a while. This is the Cloud Crush in the shade Candy Clouds, and this is a BK Beauty 107. This is one of my absolute favorite brushes for powder blush, and I'm going to put this a little bit higher, like on my actual cheekbone, to really set all of my liquid blush into place. Okay, the lip combo is on, and now we're going to spray with setting spray. This is the One Size On Till Dawn. Okay, bestie, this is the finished look, and let me tell you something. This is gonna last through anything at all. Yeah, I'm obsessed with how it turned out. This look eats. I'm obsessed, and I don't have to worry about it budging all day. So let me know if you try it. Love you. Bye, bestie.